Alright, so we're working on today with the sun this morning. Let me get my camera turned around. Let's see. Alright, so we're working with the sun this morning, and later on tonight, me and Kilo is going to be the same experiment with the moon, and we're going to go over with 4 different points with one of these guys, the temperature reader. So we're going to take a look at a few different things. We're going to take a look at how hot the sun's coming down. We're going to look at how hot it is in the shade, how hot it is without the shade. We're going to look at how hot it is in the sky in general, and how hot it's going to be in the sky above. And me and Kilo already did the experiment prior to the video. Now we're going to come in and show everybody what we got going on. So what we'll do is we're going to start off with the temperature on the ground in direct heat and the temperature on the ground in the shade. And turn the camera back around. So just in general, in direct heat, we are pointing direct sunlight on the ground. And we're fluctuating like 73, 72. If you can see my screen.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go over to the shade now. Let me go pick a spot that's been shady all morning, which will probably be on the other side of the house. Just to get a better number. This side's been shady all morning, so we'll just come over here, and we are in the 50s now. So we are already getting some differences, but this is where it's really going to kick off right here. So in this, between 70 and 50s, direct light and in the shade. So the next thing we're going to look at will be how hot the sun's coming down. So this one's going to take me a little bit of time to get an accurate number, but just give me a second. I'm going to get you an accurate number. I don't know if you'll be able to see the screen, but I can. I can hold the number so I can show everybody. Just give me a second, and I'm going to get the highest number I can. Oh, you can? Just try and get the hottest point. This one always takes a little bit of time to peak out. Can you see it?
You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
moving it around.
I came here
So like
to tell you how it's going to be.
121, 127, 131.
And then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
137.
A world without rules and controls, without
It's hard to
balance.
just get right on the sun. You just gotta kind of move it around.
Anything is possible. Where we go from there is
All right, that was one.
to you.
There's 140. All right, so it looks like the highest I'm gonna get is right here. And I got at 143. So once the sun is at 143 estimate, because I could have probably got a little bit hotter, but it is pretty cool outside, so there's some clouds out there, so maybe that's why I can't get super hot. But 143 peaked out, and we're in the 70s in the direct heat, and we're in the 50s in the shade. Now here's the next step. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go a little bit off the sun and see how hot it is just a little bit off the sun. So let's see. Okay, there we got the sun. I'm gonna go just a little bit off, and just a little bit off is already reading 27 degrees. You can see that, Kilo?
Yeah,
So that I'm not that much off the sun. So right here, it's already showing that the sun's not even heating up the sky, just a little bit off. Now what I'm gonna do is the sun right here, I'll go 180 degrees to this side, and let's go see how much of a difference that's gonna be, which the sun's gonna be directly behind me, which I'll show you. You can kind of see my shadow, the sun's right behind me. So we're gonna go in this area, the sun right behind me. And we're looking at -2 degrees, -3 degrees.
dude.
So we're at -4, -1 degrees, 180 degrees turning with the sun on my back. So the sun's not even heating up the sky in that general area. And then the last one I want to do is going to be directly on top of me, directly above me. We're going to see what it looks like. And we're looking like -5, -4. Directly above me.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
So- So as far as that, we're looking at like 140 degrees coming off the sun, and we're looking at around 70 degrees in the sun touching Earth, 50 degrees touching Earth in the shade, and then when we start going away from the sun just a little bit, which I'll do it again, just a little bit, there's the sun, and just a little bit off, we're looking at like 22 degrees. So I mean, just a little bit off, the heat's not even pushing like right next to itself. It's not even heating up the sky right next to itself. 24 degrees. And like I said, about 180 degrees away from the sun, we drop down to like 2 degrees, 6 degrees, 5 degrees. And then directly above us, we're in the negatives, -4. So what you think about that, Kilo? What you think is going on with this?
Hell of a lot more than NASA can tell us.
Now, what do you think with the sun being goes like at 140 and the heat just a little bit off the sun, which could be miles up there, but just a little bit off the sun, when it went from 140 dropped to 20, and then when I turned around, it went down to like 5 degrees. So it's as if the heat's not traveling through the air to heat up the rest of the air. What you think about that?
Yeah, it seems like the air itself, the heat travels through the air and it heats up the ground, like asphalt. Things that are black get hotter than things that are white. So yeah, if the sun is a heat lamp in the sky with a direct local light, for some reason I keep thinking of the heat lamp at Arby's. You know, you got that chunk of meat being heated by that lamp. Well, the lamp has a directed source of heat, like the sun. And if the face of the sun is like the face of the moon, it kind of shows that the sun's going over our head like a lamp, getting hotter as it goes over our head.
So basically, like an Arby's, the sun, the lamp, the meat, the earth, the light is only heat, just like the sun is only heating the earth, and just like the rest of the air is not being heated, just like the rest of the restaurant is not being heated.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. There's some similarity or relation there. If flat Earth was a giant pizza and we had a lamp facing down on one piece of pepperoni, it's going to heat the rest of the pizza as it goes around, but there's always going to be a cold part of the pizza. One piece of the pizza at a time.
Just as far as like the rest of the flat Earth, like you know, the sun's not going to be lit up across the world right now. We obviously have the moon, which we would have tonight for everybody. As soon as the day goes through and the moon comes out, we're going to do this exact same experiment. And I already currently did the experiment. Now we're going to come on the video and redo that experiment. But I'll tell you now, we're going to be seeing similar things happen tonight, except obviously we're going to have lower numbers on the reader, and we'll have more things to talk about once the moon comes out, and hopefully we'll see some moon tonight.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with Brad from Intelligence of the Iron page on Facebook. You can also check out all of the globe busting that he's been working on over the last several months. I'm going to go ahead and let him take the mic and have him tell you what we're doing tonight. What's up, man?
What's up, Kilo? Appreciate that. So what we got going on tonight, just like the sun video we did earlier, we're going to do the same thing with the moon, and we're going to take 5 different temperatures. We're going to take direct moonlight on Earth, shade on Earth. We're going to take 9 degrees above, and we're going to take 108, like turning 180 degrees around with the back against the moon and test that out. So we're going to start off with just in general, what's the temperature on the actual, oh, let me turn the camera around. All right, so temperature in direct moonlight, we're looking at 45 degrees tonight.
Wow, look at that. Okay.
It's good and clear?
Now that is the moon you're looking at?
No, this is direct light from the moon to Earth.
Okay.
That's the grass right here.
46.
46.
Okay.
And then next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a temperature that's been in the shade all night. I'm gonna pick a spot that's been in the shade all night, which this number should be hotter because the moon puts off cold temperatures, and the shade will be blocking those cold temperatures, causing it to be hot. And right here, have 47, 48. A little bit hotter than the front where those direct moonlight. Only thing is the winds are kind of cold tonight, so it's kind of messing with the numbers. But we still at a higher temperature in the shade by 3 degrees. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a number off the moon itself. So it is showing it's hotter in the shade than being in actual direct moonlight, just like it should. And I'm going to go ahead and get a temperature off the moon itself, which we're looking at about 25, 24 degrees aiming at the moon.
Whoa.
So the moon is colder than the ground itself, whether it's in the shade or in direct moonlight. We're looking at 24 degrees. And then if I pan out, it gets colder at 16 degrees, and this would be directly over my head, 9 degrees up. So the air itself above, straight above, is going to be colder than the moon itself. And then if I pan out 180 degrees, we're at 24, 26. So the temperature directly above is going to be your coldest temperature. And looks like about between 14 and 16 is registering. That'll be directly 9 degrees above my head. And back at the moon, we're looking like 22, like 23. And then once again, 180 degrees with the moon on my backside, we're looking at 26.
That is insane, bro.
So the moon itself, well, 9 degrees above my head is the actual coldest point. The second coldest point would be the moon itself, followed by 180 degrees, with my back against the moon being the third Dakota's point, and then direct moonlight on the Earth would be the next Dakota's point, and the last Dakota's point, which would be the hottest point, would be actually in the shade on Earth. And we also have 2 photos that I took. One I took was Thursday, and the second one I took was Saturday, a few days apart. And Kilo should be able to put those photos up. I just want to talk about those 2 photos on how the moon kind of shifted a little bit. Okay, so you got this heart, this little sideways heart part on the, you can see right in the center on the top portion. You see a bigger circle on the left, a smaller circle on the right, followed by a circle here and a circle here around the heart shape on the orange moon. You can see a circle on the bottom part. That's just the things I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
And if you want to switch over to the white moon, which was 2 days later.
Okay, we got the white moon on the...
All right, now on this one, you can see the heart shape again. It's more of on an angle. The circle behind it, 3 circles, just like the first one. Except this one, you can see a couple craters on each side. And then you also got this circle still down here. Now, what we got going on is, so heart shape is pretty much sideways. This one's pretty much on an angle. So what it looks like is, this is Thursday right here. This is Saturday right here. So it looks like the moon is actually going towards the left. So this heart shape right here, if it were to go to the left, it's going to have went from like that, if you can see that, hiked up. And as far as the rest of them, if this was motion towards the left, see there would be a gap on this circle, and on the next photo it actually touches the top. It shifts up, it's going to end up touching the top, and then you can see this one shift to the left and this one shift to the left compared to this slide. And then you can see on the orange one, that bottom circle is pretty much right bottom portion, and it kicks over on the second photo on the white moon. So it looks like everything is actually shifting towards the left, causing the moon turning like a clock left. And then I also believe it could possibly be going the opposite direction too, because we weren't seeing any craters up top, and right here we were. So I don't know if that shift to the left exposed it, or if that moon, let me get a different colors, green don't work too good. I don't know if it looks like it's going this way, towards the left, but it also looks like it's coming like this as well, coming forward to get these craters showing that wasn't shown here. But we can see it looks like it's going to the left because this heart is sideways, and it just went up a little bit. This was the second heart right here. It looks like it's kicked up now. But it's just something I noticed looking at the moon for the last few days. Just something I wanted to bring up. Maybe other people might have saw this, and they maybe I'd take a look at it now that I kind of mentioned about it.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. Well, other than that, that's pretty much all I got for this video. We're gonna have some photos at the end of send Kilo, and he'll put those at the end so y'all can check them out. It'll be photos from tonight.
Okay.
Some good moon photos. But yeah, if you got anything else to mention, feel free.
I think we did a good job tonight, man. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Indeed.
All right.
I know the first one was good, so the first half. So I think it's gonna be a good video, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
Thank you so much for everything you've done, man.
Indeed. Thank you for all your video and your all that.
All right, man. Well, I'll catch you on the flip side, and we'll see you guys